So every student by now should have already filed the FAFSA for the current academic year, but it is not too late to file one. So we encourage all students to have a FAFSA on file every year. The FAFSA is released October 1st of each year, and again for the current year they can still file. Many students don't file because they feel like their parents may make too much money or they won't be eligible for grant money, and that's a mistake. We do have a lot of institutional funds that require the student to have some type of financial need, and they should have a FAFSA on file in order for us to determine their eligibility for those scholarships and grants. So there is a special eligibility scholarship application that Ohio State Columbus releases every year, and we encourage all of our students to file that. We also have some scholarships that require a paper application because the donor has put specific criteria such as writing an essay on leadership. We release those applications in January, February of each year, and we will notify our students when those applications are available.
Satisfactory academic progress are academic requirements that students need to meet to maintain their eligibility for financial aid. At the end of every spring semester, students have to meet a GPA requirement and successfully pass a certain percentage of their credit hours. As freshman students, the GPA they have to meet is a 1.8. The completion rate or the percentage of successfully passed courses has to be 67% of the credit hours that they attempt to take. They go to a suspended status, and that would mean that the very next academic aid year, they would not be eligible for financial aid, any federal financial aid, grants, student loans, scholarships through the college, until they meet those requirements again. So that typically means the student has to pay out of pocket for their tuition and expenses, and then when they meet those requirements, notify our office so that we can get their aid back in place at that time.
Billing is important and everybody's going to get a bill, so whether you use financial aid or not, you're still going to have charges associated with your tuition for the semester. So we really encourage students to get comfortable looking at Buckeye Link, logging in, viewing their statement of account. Tuition is typically due 1 week before classes start, so it can either be paid in full, it can be paid using financial aid. We do also offer a payment plan. It's called TOP. There's a $30 service charge, but it breaks tuition up into 3 payments over the course of a semester. If you're using financial aid, just like with the student account, we want you to get in the habit of logging into your student account, looking at your financial aid, make sure it disperses. Typically it disperses 7 to 10 days before the semester starts, so if everything's in place, it should disperse by the fee payment deadline. Any academic activity that you have, so if you're waitlisted for a class, if you decide to make some schedule changes the first week, that can impact your bill and your financial aid. So it's really important anytime you get communication or anytime you're doing something academically that you're going in and checking on that account statement. We do not send any paper bills. Email is the official method of communication for OSU, so everything will be sent to the student email account. And it will go to their OSU email account. It will not go to personal email accounts, so we often get questions, can I have it sent to my Yahoo? It cannot be sent there. It will go to the official OSU email address. Late fees could be in total of about $300 per semester. So they're typically staggered. They'll usually give you a couple days, at that fee payment deadline, but then they usually go on in $200 and $100 increments. So it's really important to hit those due dates because after that, there's only so much we can do with those fees.
It's basically a job on campus, so it's really wonderful. It's convenient, so they can go to class and then go to work and go back to class or whatever. So the convenience is wonderful. They get to interact with staff and other faculty, so they're learning the different part of the campus, and they earn some money on the side. So it's a great opportunity all the way around. Well, the jobs themselves, there's one job, but the funding comes from both wages and federal work study. So the job is the same. It's where the funding comes from. So the wages would be coming from the department, and the federal work study is part of the student's financial aid package, so it would be part of there. But It's one job, and we can have multiple people in that job. Some may be paid wages and some may be paid federal work study. Well, they need to go to Newark's website, which is newark.osu.edu, and under the tab Current Students, it's going to drop down and you're going to see financial aid on there. So you just click financial aid, it will take you to the website, and there will be all the jobs that are currently open that they can click on, open them up, see what the duties are, what the responsibilities are, and there's all kinds of instructions and forms and everything on that website.